What the fuck? Trey's not making an AMC video? What is this garbage? Turn it off. I'm out of here. This is a bunch of bull. Holy Toledo. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades, where we freaking talk fast and don't skip class, baby. I like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Let's get into the video. So today, my friends, my family, my fellow Gorilla Gang, I want to talk about the cryptocurrency market as it is right now. Now, I gotta give you some sort of, essentially statement saying that I have no sort of vested interest in this. I have no position in Ethereum, no position in Bitcoin, and I'm just giving it to you straight as I see it. So take that for what it is. If it discredits me, so be it, right? You can either click off this video or continue watching. That's entirely up to you. But what I want to talk about is what I view as a little bit of a bearish market on cryptocurrency. And it's not, I mean, it's pretty dang obvious. I mean, you're already watching this come to fruition right now. And some people might be thinking to themselves, this is already sold off so much. I mean, Bitcoin's down from $64,900 to a low of, $28,700. Ethereum just as bad. I mean, Ethereum went from 4,000 and some change, $4,383 down to 1,809. I mean, you might be thinking to yourself, this has got to be it. I mean, this has to be as low as it's going to get. And I don't think that's the case. So I'm going to show this to you purely based on technical analysis and why I think there's honest to God, this is not the time to buy crypto. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Ethereum. I'm bullish on Dogecoin long term. But this sort of scenario that you're watching right now is a falling knife. It's scary, especially the Bitcoin chart. This is a monstrous bearish sort of pattern here. So I want to give, maybe not advice, but what I think would be the best time to buy Bitcoin so you can get the most bang for your buck and not get left bag holding if this is something that you want to do, right? So personally, what I want to do myself is when the AMC saga is over, I've made my tendies, I move on to something else. I want to put a bunch of money into cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum, because I am bullish on both of those cryptos long term. But the price that I think this is a good buy at, especially Bitcoin, is this $20,000 mark. And the main reason for that is there's a large gap between this sort of huge head and shoulders pattern, shoulder, head, and the next overall, sort of consolidation phase and level of support, which is down here at $20,000. When is that going to happen? Right now, I can't guarantee you this to a day, but I would estimate sometime in the next 1 to 2 months, you are going to see, some sort of sell-off. If this breaks down on this neckline, on this head and shoulders pattern, head, shoulder, down to that $20,000 mark, where you'd probably see this, start to find some sort of ground support level, and it be a decent buy. Think about it like this, right? You can see the same thing on Ethereum. If you were to look at this and just assume these are 1-minute candles, what would be the first thought that pops into your mind? I'll tell you what my first thought would be. It's a fucking pump and dump. You'd think it was a pump and dump. Now, do I think that Ethereum and Bitcoin and Dogecoin were pump and dumps? Absolutely not. Pump and dumps don't last that long. But the point and the thesis stays the exact same. This sort of price action and parabolic growth is absurd. I mean, that's a huge amount of growth that you saw on both of these cryptos over the last, 6 months or so. And it's not sustainable. This is a bull run unlike anything you've ever seen before. I mean, these are essentially the blue chip stocks of the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange, right? This would be the equivalent of watching Tesla in 6 months go from $600 to, this doubled up. It'd be to $1,200 in 6 months. Imagine if Tesla did that. Is that sustainable growth? Everybody knows the answer to that, right? If stocks run up super quick, usually they come back down to gravity at some point in time. And this is the time for that to happen. Now, don't get me wrong. If you made money on Bitcoin, Ethereum, that's freaking awesome. That's what the market's out there to do, right? To make money. But if you want to buy these and you're not scalping, right? If you want to scalp it, you do what you got to do, right? There's money to be made there in scalping. I won't argue against that. But as a long-term holder and a long-term position, in both of these cryptos, I don't think now is the time to buy, simply for the two main reasons that this is a falling knife setup, right? This is not, I don't think this is done falling yet. The fact that it hasn't bounced off of this $30,000-ish mark, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, Trey, it's already up $3,100 from its low, $5,000 if you consider that $28,000 mark, right? I don't buy it, right? The charts don't say it. The charts don't say this is balanced. It's still not in any sort of uptrend. Look at this. It hasn't broken out of this huge, large-scale downtrend sell-off. You get 3 touch points here. Check this out. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to adjust this here a hair. 3 main touch points signifying that, hey, this is a downtrend. It hasn't gotten out of that downtrend yet. It's not finding any sort of, ground floor. And you might be thinking also, well, trades, it's winding up, right? It's doing this trading sideways, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth thing. But consolidation in a downtrend is not bullish. It's actually a little bit bearish, right? Consolidation in a bull trend is bullish, right? Consolidation in a downtrend is not. You want to see that bounce, and we just quite haven't gotten it yet, especially on Bitcoin. Now, what would that look like for Ethereum? Ethereum's not quite as bearish. You've got what I would say would be that sort of ground floor level down here at about $1,283. And in this case, it's actually a good thing that, you know, outside of this huge parabolic move right here, these are daily candles, by the way, outside of this huge parabolic move right here, Ethereum grew pretty decently slow. And slow growth means there's more floors, more foundation, more consolidation, more support levels to hold it up when sell-offs do end up happening. So I think where you'd see this plus or minus, you know, a couple $100, you know, Bitcoin be plus or minus about 1,000. So somewhere between 19,000 and 21,000 is where I think it'll pull back to in the next 1 or 2 months. This is what you'd be looking at, right? Somewhere between what I would argue is $1,300 and about $1,200 or so, right? That's where I think Ethereum is going to be a decent buy. Now looking at Dogecoin, Dogecoin is a whole different story. And this one, honestly, is a little bit scary to look at because it's trying really, really, really fucking hard not to fall off a cliff here. And like I said, I'm just laying this out to you as a technical trend. You know, I think Dogecoin is freaking the coolest thing since sliced bread, and I think there's more money to be made here, but I don't think that time is now. I don't. Timing is everything in the stock market, right? Luck, timing, grit, skill. All 4 things contribute to success. You really can't control timing, you really can't control luck, but you can wait until timing presents itself to you and then take advantage of timing. And now's not the time for Dogecoin. It's just not. You can see it in the trend, you can see it in these daily candles. It's just selling off. Now, what makes me a little bit nervous for maybe people who are holding Dogecoin out there is the floor for this. There's really not much of one. You could slightly argue you've got some sort of floor at 14.5 cents just because of this wick right here. So I'll drop that 14.5 cents probably plus or minus about half 50 cents or so, 0.5 cents, whatever it may be. But outside of that, the next level is at about 8.9 cents. So, you know, if it does sell off here and you don't have a position, I think that's a beautiful opportunity to buy. I really, 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 really do. I mean, that'd be the most tasty, stupid, nasty, disgusting dip buy that you could get on Dogecoin probably ever. I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but you get my point here. This also has that head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, shoulder, head, neckline. And if it breaks that neckline, guys, it's gonna pull back, right? So I'm not here to fearmonger anybody. I'm here to tell you how it is because I think there's money to be made in the cryptocurrency market. But this is the facts, right? You watched a parabolic sort of growth in the last 6 months on all cryptocurrencies, all altcoins, right? They all went on their massive bull run, and now they're starting to cool off a little bit. Some people are taking their profits. You've got some large scale economic things that are starting to happen that are affecting cryptocurrency. And this is just what I would personally do. You do what you got to do. That's your own financial responsibility, right? I would wait. Now's not the time. You don't want to catch a falling knife because catching a falling knife, your hand's usually going to end up all fucked up. So you want to wait this one out. That's just my personal opinion. I think these are the zones that would be a decent buy. I'll revisit this video at some point in time when I think the time is right. And that's what I've kind of got for you guys. So hopefully, if you're holding cryptocurrency, this isn't some sort of I'm not trying to insult anybody in the least bit, right? This is just something that I'm seeing on the charts and something I want to get out there because I truly do care about everybody's pockets, right? I want to make sure that you guys are all aware of the decisions that you should make if you are invested in cryptocurrency. And this is a little bit, it's just bearish. It just is. The time to make money on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, unless you're scalping, is just not now for a long-term position. And that's what I've got for this video. So blah, blah, blah. I know this video. Drop a like, consider subscribing. Remember, my friends. Catch you on the next one. Tap, tappity, motherfucking tap, 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 light tap, baby. Much love and peace.